Admiral Zixthala had conquered 17 star systems without losing a single vessel. The hegemony's Invincible Armada was a testament to superior Kethemori engineering. 10,000 warships arranged in perfect formation, their crystalline hulls gleaming like deadly jewels against the void. Each ship bristled with plasma cannons capable of melting asteroids and shield generators that could deflect the fury of dying stars. Primitive species, Zixthala mused, reviewing the intelligence. Reports as the Armada dropped out of hyperspace at the edge of the Sol system. Single planetary civilization, chemical rockets, nuclear fission. They haven't even achieved true faster-than-light travel. The bridge crew of the flagship Eternal Dominion chittered in amusement. These humans would surrender within hours, just as the Zelani had, just as the proud Vorthak Confederacy had before them. The pattern was always the same. A display of overwhelming force, a few demonstration attacks on military installations, and then capitulation. Send the standard surrender demand, the Admiral ordered. Inform them they have 6 of their rotational periods to comply. Captain Veltar, the Admiral's second-in-command, tilted his crested head. Sir, perhaps we should study their response patterns first? Intelligence suggests these humans are unpredictable. Zixthala dismissed the concern with a wave of his four-fingered hand. Unpredictability is merely ignorance manifesting as desperation. They will see reason when faced with the inevitable. The human response came within 2 hours. It was brief, transmitted on all frequencies in what appeared to be their primary language. Come and take it. The Admiral stared at the translation, mandibles clicking in confusion. Come and take what exactly? Their surrender? Their planet? Unknown, sir, the communications officer replied. The phrase appears to be some form of idiomatic expression. No matter. Begin the demonstration. Destroy their lunar installations. The first wave of Kethemori vessels swept toward Earth's moon, plasma cannons charging. What they found there defied all tactical models. The lunar surface erupted in a coordinated symphony of destruction. Hidden mass drivers launched projectiles at relativistic speeds. Simple chunks of refined metal accelerated to 30% of light speed. No energy signatures to track, no shields to penetrate, just kinetic energy in its purest, most devastating form. 17 ships of the advanced squadron simply ceased. Their shields, designed to deflect energy weapons and particle beams, might as well have been tissue paper against projectiles moving at such velocities. Impossible, Zixthala whispered as the tactical display updated. How did they accelerate mass to such speeds without massive energy expenditure? The answer came in the form of a human transmission, this one accompanied by crude but functional holographic technology. A grizzled human in military dress uniform appeared on the bridge's main viewer. This is Admiral Sarah Chen of the Terran Defense Fleet. You wanted a demonstration? You just got one. Those were our mining equipment repurposed as weapons. Care to see what our actual military hardware can do? Before Zixthala could respond, space around the Armada began to writhe with new contacts. They materialized, not from hyperspace, but from stealth systems the Kethemori sensors couldn't detect. Ships that had been hiding in asteroid fields behind planetary debris, even within the solar wind itself. The human vessels were crude by hegemony standards. Bulky, angular things that looked more like industrial equipment than proper warships. But they moved with a coordination that spoke of long practice and grim determination. 5,000 contacts, and rising, the sensor operator reported, his voice cracking. Sir, they're everywhere. How did we not detect them? The answer became clear as the battle commenced. Human ships didn't rely on sophisticated shield technology or energy weapons that could be tracked and countered. They used kinetic kill vehicles, nuclear-pumped lasers, and most terrifyingly something the humans called torch ships, vessels that could accelerate at crushing G-forces that would liquefy most sentient species. Zixthala watched in growing horror as his perfect formation began to crumble. The humans fought like nothing in the tactical databases. They rammed damaged ships into Kethemori vessels rather than retreat. They detonated nuclear weapons at point-blank range, sacrificing themselves to take out multiple enemy ships. When their primary weapons failed, they improvised, turning cargo haulers into kinetic missiles, using industrial mining lasers as weapons, even somehow weaponizing their fusion reactors. "They're insane," Captain Veltar gasped as another squadron was obliterated by a coordinated swarm attack of human fighters. Tiny craft that individually couldn't threaten a Kethmori. Destroyer but together moved like a plague of mechanical locusts. But it wasn't insanity, Zixthala realized. It was something far more terrifying. Calculated desperation backed by industrial efficiency and an apparently limitless willingness to adapt. The humans weren't trying to win a glorious victory. They were trying to ensure that nothing would be left of either fleet. "Admiral!" The communications officer's voice was high with panic. "The humans are transmitting again." Chen's image appeared once more, her uniform now battle-scarred, klaxons wailing in the background. "You came to our system expecting us to kneel. Let me explain something about humans, Admiral. We've been killing each other for millennia. We've perfected the art of war on a world where everything, the weather, the geology, the biology, has been trying to exterminate us since we crawled out of the oceans. You want our home?" She smiled, and it was the most terrifying expression Zixthala had ever seen. "You'll have to kill every last one of us, and we'll make sure you pay for every meter of space and blood." Hours passed, then days. The Invincible Armada, the pride of the hegemony, was systematically dismantled by an enemy that refused to follow any known rules of engagement. They used gravity wells as weapons, turned asteroids into kinetic bombardment platforms, and somehow managed to hack Kethmori communication systems to coordinate attacks that should have been impossible. When it was over, Admiral Zixthala found himself aboard the last functional vessel of his mighty fleet, a crippled scout ship with barely enough power to maintain life support. Around him floated the debris of 10,000 warships and the burned-out hulks of human vessels that had died selling their lives dearly. A human patrol craft approached, weapons powered but not firing. Chen's voice crackled over the communication array one final time. "Admiral, I'm going to let you live. I want you to go back to your hegemony and deliver a message. Tell them what happened here. Tell them that Earth is not for conquest. Tell them that humans don't surrender. We adapt, we endure, and we make our enemies regret ever drawing our attention." As the scout ship limped away from Sol, Zixthala composed his report with trembling hands. He would spend the rest of his life trying to explain to the hegemony high command how an invincible armada had been destroyed by a species that still used chemical rockets. But he knew the truth that would haunt his dreams. The humans hadn't defeated the Armada through superior technology or numbers. They had won because they possessed something the galaxy had never encountered before: the absolute refusal to accept defeat, no matter the cost. In the depths of space, Earth continued its ancient rotation, scarred but unbroken, while humanity quietly began preparations for the next invasion they knew would inevitably come. After all, they had learned long ago that the universe was not a friendly place, and they were perfectly fine with that.